Greetings, Summoners. This is Scoby again with your second episode of Why Are You So Bad at LoL? The random showcase of really terrible games to show you how not to play League of Legends. In this episode, we're going to have Gangplank, Brand, Sion, Ezreal, and myself playing Alistar against Pantheon, Twitch, LeBlanc, Nunu, and Soraka. I promise I can play other champions other than Alistar. It just so happens that this time around, I got to play. But this time around, I've just been playing support for the last two games, so lucky you. So, the matchup that we have right now, we're going to have a Gangplank versus Pantheon top. We're going to have a Brand versus a LeBlanc in mid, and we're going to have Ezreal and myself playing Alistar against a Twitch and Soraka. So, starting off, we know that LeBlanc's a really good pick because she has the great ability of killing other magic users, and she's really good at that. Pantheon, with his global jump, is really irritating because he doesn't need teleport and he doesn't need wards in order to really mess up someone's day. Though Gangplank is a really strong top, able to heal, able to do a lot of damage, but Pantheon's block, his little shield, is a good start for that. Move away so we don't have to hear that. So Ezreal, what's interesting with this position for Ezreal is that he can watch as people try to invade the jungle. And he can also listen for red buff, someone trying to go for that. But realistically, that isn't going to happen. We're pretty low elo game. I'm a really terrible player. There's usually not a lot of invading going on at this level. Though both of the supports have clairvoyance. And of course, nothing really happens at the beginning. So for those of you who don't know how League of Legends works, you got 5 champions. You're going to have 2 champions on bottom. You're going to have something called an AD carry that does attack damage, and a support, which is me. In middle, you'll have your mages duking it out. And up top, you'll have 2 champions sort of duking it out as well. 1v1 fights, and then a jungler who's going to run around, kill the monsters in these little areas where these little skull and crossbones are. And they will be coming in trying to do something called a gank when they go 2-on-1 to try and kill the champion, which, Brand is doing pretty good. So what's interesting down bottom is that we have not seen Twitch or Soraka yet. CV comes down, looks like they wanted to make sure no one was in the bush, and since CV goes down, I just go ahead and walk out of the bush. So I chill out in that bush, see if anyone's coming. No one's there, do some face checking. And I know that Soraka's in this bush. I'm not sure where Twitch is. So at this point, we're kind of concerned because Twitch could be hiding in the bush, but he isn't, because he has a stealth ability, which makes it difficult for you to see him. But down here at bottom, it looks like Twitch is up top. Looks like, or mid, he was trying to do a gank of some sort, but since Sion was there, was able to prevent that from happening. So since we saw him in mid, we know he's going to be coming bot sometime soon. Soraka cannot hold this on her own, especially with Ezreal doing over 100 damage in a single hit, taking a full bar. And there's Twitch, finally joining the party, starting off with his first creep kill. He's already 12 creep kills behind. Each creep kill is about 10 to 20 gold, so that translates 10 to 15 creep kills, translates to about 100 and 200 gold behind. He just goes invisible, doesn't really do anything. Does some damage. They're trying to harass Ezreal, but Ezreal just sort of doesn't care because his just auto attacks do quite a bit of damage. Gangplank up top got pushed to the tower, but no real danger. Just gonna farm like a mad fiend. He's actually behind in creep scores, so he has a little bit less gold than Pantheon, but I don't think that's really gonna cause that big of a deal for him. Down in middle, again. Looks like Brand is at 9, LeBlanc is at 7, and Sion's in the bush, waiting to see if he can get a gank off, but LeBlanc smartly did not push past and is sitting down there in middle. So they might be going for it, and it looks like Sion's going up, hits the stun, but she has already teleported away and nothing's going to happen. LeBlanc's escape ability makes her really hard to gank. You have to basically double stun her in order to really do anything, and do tons of damage in order to really do much. Down bottom again, not much going on. Twitch trying to do stuff. I'm trying to do some harassment, getting silenced, but I have full health, so I could pretty much play as aggressively as I want. Mainly, I'm just here to try and harass, just force Soraka to burn that magic, because if Soraka has no mana, she can't heal, and she basically becomes useless. So we're just chilling upon, using this, hitting her, doing some damage. Ezreal, of course, not diving in because it doesn't want to get picked off by Twitch. Support kills aren't that important. And since I'm now level 3 and I have some mana, I'm just going to head and burn some mana when my stuff comes back off from cooldown. Of course, I'm silenced. Just silencing me to prevent me from being able to do any of the headbutt. But down bottom, looks like Sion is covering the bottom, or for middle, with Brandath, because he needs to head back. And he's just chilling there, not able to do much against LeBlanc, because her range and the mobility makes it really easy for her to kill stuff. The stun goes off, it's hit by a turret. Oh my gosh. Red buff, taking her down, living only 60 health. That attempt to kill did not work, and our team gets first blood. And ooh, Ezreal doing some good damage, but since Soraka's there to heal, has mana, able to take care of it, hits Soraka, able to do quite a bit of damage, but those minions are painful. So I decided that I'm going to back off. Soraka's doing a pretty good job. Twitch is in the middle, not really doing anything. He could have done some serious damage to me if he decided to be in the area and cloak when I went in. Since I saw it, he wasn't there. Spot Nunu up in the jungle. He's just chilling, doing red. I really am wondering when he's going to start showing up. And in bottom, that's going back. I'm, of course, recharging. I get my boots and a pink ward because I'm worried about Twitch, and I really want to make sure that if he cloaks, I can drop a pink ward, which reveals stealth, and I could kill him. So, hoping that'll be good. Middle, same things going on. Top, nothing's really happening there. No real amazing things. Kind of waiting to see what happens. His shield's up, so Gangplank's not going to parlay him. He's going to mainly just focus on attacking minions, getting creep kill. Because right now in this part of the game, the name of the game for Gangplank is money, money, money. If he can't get money, he can't do shit. All right, Sion looks like she's trying again. Sees that he used the escape, uses flash, but Nunu's there, and they don't want to push because if LeBlanc comes back, we'll have problems. That timing that they did was great because LeBlanc used her ability, which she's, her dash ability, which is what she uses to escape. She burned her flash. So for the next, 2-3 minutes, it's going to be dangerous. Ooh, no, this isn't good. Ooh, right before Pantheon gets hit double twice. They're doing quite a bit of damage, trying to do stuff, and that parlay finishes him off. And that is a lot of money for Gangplank. Gangplank is very helpful and very polite too. That Sion stun was perfectly timed just as Pantheon was going in for the kill. And Sion also being very polite, passing blue over to our mid, making it so he could sustain a lot longer, which is good for him. Twitch, of course, nowhere to be seen. Don't know where Twitch is. Probably helping LeBlanc get blue, which normally is done by the jungler, so I'm not 100% sure why he's doing that. He's missing out on creep kill. It's only 24 CS to, Ezreal's 45. Got a second Dorn's Blade. Well, Dorn's Blade's only 10 attack damage, and in the grand scheme of things, Twitch has the same amount of bonus attack damage, but with the 2 Dorn's Blades, Ezreal has lifesteal and health. So Ezreal's just a little bit more powerful than Twitch down bottom, and that is going to actually make Twitch very worried, and he is just not bottom. He's just chilling, not getting creep kills, not doing anything. These minions who are dying here, not really being used for anything. Ezreal starting to take some damage, using the creeps to buffer that. Middle still pretty normal. Top's doing okay. Pantheon's back in lane, has a brutalizer, so he's going to be doing, he's doing 81, let's see, yeah, doing 81 damage, about the same damage as Gangplank, probably due to his runes or something, but he has armor penetration, so it's going to do a lot more damage. Ooh, looks like something's happening mid. Nothing's going on. I think we killed someone bottom at this point, but I'm not 100%. Let's see. Yeah, Ezreal killed someone. It was pretty good kill there, I think. Killed it off the Twitch, who now not doing anything. Hitting Soraka, keeping her from moving. Oh man, doing a ton of damage to Soraka, but she of course heals, prevents herself from having any problems. So I'm chilling bottom. Ezreal is pretty low with mana. Oh. Looks like Pantheon was able to kill Gangplank under the turret. That makes up for the death earlier. So he's back in the game still. He's actually beating out Gangplank top. More creep kills. They both have a kill. So their Pantheon's about 200 gold ahead. But that choice of a Brutalizer really is not all that helpful to him right now, because Gangplank doesn't have any armor. He has a little bit of armor, so he's starting to do it. He's doing a bit of damage there. Ezreal gets stunned, not able to do much now. So with a pretty good chunk of mana, enough to do my two, we're able to push this lane. And it looks like this lane is going to make it to the turret and give people an opportunity to heal, go back. Looks like something's up with Brand and he's having problems, because right now all he has is Sorcerer Boots, which is not good for him, because up against this, LeBlanc already has got her Doran's Ring, a little stronger, does have a death, and Brand has nothing. All odds across the board. So Brand's been incredibly boring this entire game. Nothing really going on with him. The ganks he's tried 2 ganks, not really done anything. Nothing amazing's going on. Down bottom, not much going on down here. This Twitch just sort of not really sticking in the fight. I don't know why he's concerned. He should know that Ezreal isn't here. He should be able to push at advantage and just zone me out of lane, but he isn't doing it. He's just super timid, it seems, and Soraka is going with 6 kills. I think she's realizing that Twitch is not that good. Oh, and Nunu's coming down, but we spot him with this ward, and he realizes that he can't do anything. They must have a ward somewhere around here, because they see Sion coming down. They probably have a ward in this bush, and no, I'm not going to attack. So Sion comes down, looking around for something. I, of course, did a CV and see that they're still hanging out. I think they're waiting for a potential dragon attempt, but, you know, without this early in the game, there's not a lot that they can do. So, here, looks like Brand is getting beaten up down here. He does not have a whole lot of mana, doesn't have a whole lot of health. That of stuff, he's just chilling. Looks like fight's going here. Sion and not really able to do much to Nunu. So things continue. And oh my gosh, Soraka jumps over, bursted down with probably with the help of Nunu to do a little bit extra damage and keep him where he wants to be. Totally takes him out, and Brand is in trouble. 0-1-0, 43 creep kills. A little bit about 5 behind, but LeBlanc has a kill on him. And it's going to be able to do a lot more damage. Oh, he spots. Wow. That is a good move. Because... oh, uh-oh. Twitch is coming. Not able to do anything. Sion's there to finish him off with the stun. And... oh my gosh. Ezreal leaves with just about 100 health. Gangplank comes down. Soraka's out of position. She's not going anywhere. The Ezreal bolt misses, but with the help of Sion, we're easily able to take him down and even give Ezreal the kill. So Ezreal is now up 3 kills to everyone's 0, or to Twitch's 0, to 2 deaths. Got a Brutalizer, so he's going to be doing lots of damage with his 2 Dorn Blade, 120 points of damage. And we decide, you know what, it's time for Dragon. So with Twitch down, we figure it's a good chance, good time to do it. So we start up on it, but mid disappears, and it looks like LeBlanc is coming down. And we catch her with my ward, and I'm like, nope, you are not coming down to do this dragon. You are not going to steal. You are not doing anything. But I know there's a ward here, because Nunu's here. hit right at the dead. We get the kill, but we pay for it. Sion goes down. I get hit, and I go down. Just taken out. Ezreal, running for his life, should jump over that wall if he is able to, but of course he flashes to the bush, not realizing that they had already burned their flash, was going this way, should have gone the other way, and only gets killed 3-on-1, chased down just a few feet away from safety. So that's not good. Both the bots dead. Twitch is going to be able to get a free farm down here, and Pantheon starts moving back up. But important thing to note, this whole time, Gangplank's been farming. He's killing. He's up to 85, catching back up Pantheon, even though he's got Phage now for some health. But realistically, he knows that if he doesn't make something happen soon with Gangplank, Gangplank's going to run away with this, because probably most of those kills have all been with Parlay, so he probably has a bunch of extra gold, and things are going to turn around really badly for him. Now that he's got a Wriggles, he's going to have super sustain, he's going to have reduced damage, he's got good health and mana regen, so I feel that at this point, Gangplank is going to become an impenetrable wall. And, oh, LeBlanc takes out Brand easy in mid, gets out of there with blue and most of her health. And this is where things really seem to start turning around for middle. LeBlanc now has 4 kills. Brand only has two deaths, has only boots, no items. She has additional 3 Doran's rings. It's going to give her quite a bit of extra magic damage, and it's going to make her a real pain to actually deal with. So we're going to have to do something about that. Soraka coming down to ward us off bottom, and fortunately Ezreal is doing pretty good with Dorn's Blades, 123 damage. We come in, Twitch comes in, and we immediately switch targets, because we know Twitch is the one that we need to kill. Easily take him out. With Soraka's ult coming out just a moment too late. Uh-oh. LeBlanc's down here. We blocked LeBlanc out. Nunu's down here. I'm like, oh, I'm going to die. So I run back, knowing I'm going to have damage. I hit people up. Just try to pull the aggro of these people as Ezreal's runs for his life. I don't know why he runs to the turret, dying horribly, deciding to fight under the turret. He should have jumped over this wall. I think a lot of it with Ezreal is that he is not using the terrain to his advantage. He's just running straight across areas, and it just does not work for him. But well, there's 4 people bottom, Twitch dead, Gangplank and Sion say, okay, well if you're all on bottom, we're going to go to the other side of the map, and we're just going to take a turret. Totally fair. 2 kills. LeBlanc is now up to 5 kills. She has a ton of gold by now probably. Hasn't gone back, and when she does, she's going to become even scarier. With only 70 ability power, she's pretty scary right now, but not really. Looks like Sion's going to steal red real easily. That's going to make life a little harder for Nunu. But realistically, doesn't matter that much. CV going down. We know that he's there. Stun. Hits him a few times. Doing some damage. Uh-oh, Pantheon's coming in. But they're able to get out. Nunu escapes because Pantheon comes in, pushes him out. Sion runs away, gets chunked. That was the death for nothing. And now Brand's in trouble. Brand's got to run, because if not, he is going to die a horrible death. Gangplank tries to help, but doesn't help. So that's 2 for nothing. Trying for that Nunu attack just did not work. Pantheon's ult able to come in and start doing tons of damage, 152 attack damage. Brutalizer actually paying off for him, doing a bunch of damage to this turret, and it looks like they're going to take that turret. So at this point, someone, Ezreal or myself, really should have run mid. And I'm sitting here thinking, oh crap, we're not going to be able to do much. Gangplank's all by himself, doesn't have a whole lot of health, doesn't have a whole lot of mana, able to move around, and is able to take out the creep wave with his ult. So he has his ult, Pantheon comes out, tries to do some damage, but Sion is there, like a good buddy to help out, doing some damage, but something's going on over here. And they are on the other side of that wall. I drop a CV, make sure that everyone knows, oh, they do not want to turn that corner, because the moment they turn that corner, they're going to get wrecked by that team. And smartly, that team decides to back off. Everyone was kind of low, so they take off, and we come in, making sure to clear our jungle, make sure that there's no one around there. And all the while, Ezreal's pushing bottom, doing a great job of keeping pressure. So we are up 2 turrets, they're 1. We know they made it out, but there's a bunch of people in mid. We got to be careful. So we team up down in mid to see what we can do here. We are at the river. We are kind of far out. If we get hit here, we could be chased down pretty easily. So we decide, you know what? It's not worth the whole river because there's no turret there to back us up. So we're gonna run off, and I'm just gonna drop reward. Think, you know what? I'm gonna go join up with bottom because there's not a lot I can do over here. Nunu, of course, staying in mid, pushing that lane out, doing some damage, not really going back into his jungle, which is kind of weird. Now, so at this point of the game, we are behind 7-10. It's not looking good, but when you start looking at what's been going on, Gangplank is now able to start free farming because Pantheon's not there, and he is slowly creeped up past Pantheon on his kills, on his creep score. He is just farming like a fiend, and with the addition of his Wriggles Lantern and the amount of damage he's doing 140 points of damage. He's easily able to clear stuff out. And it looks like down here that Pantheon, looks like they're setting up to do a dragon, and Gangplank staying at bot right there. Hopefully he's keeping an eye on what's going on. And we're coming in. 3's there. They know what's going on. Gangplank ult comes down a little early, but it's enough to scare them off. So we sit there, and Brand's like, well, maybe I should take dragon. And then he realizes that's not a good idea with the rest of the team there. Oh man, Ezreal takes a good chunk of health from that Nunu arrow. And I'm chilling here, and it looks like they come off, trying to do some damage. I, of course, get knocked over, and everyone thinks, oh, that's a great time to initiate, which it totally isn't. Guys, don't do it. Don't do it. Oh, Pantheon's in. It's now 5-on-4, and I get chunked. Totally taken out. Sion is going to die. 4 people chasing him. Ezreal's like, no, we got to run. And Ezreal's sitting there going, oh, I'll just chill on this side of the tower, wait for a few seconds, and do a blind kick to see if I'm able to take dragon, which he is not able to do. And for his trouble, he gets hit, takes about a third of his health away, and he realizes that he is not in a good position. So they easily take dragon, and it's interesting because, and they're able to harass, but they have dragon, and Gangplank goes in, decides to do some damage, but he's getting hurt. I mean, quite a bit of damage. Fortunately, Brand's there to stop Pantheon from being able to follow. Ghost's out of the way, and Brand is able to take the aggro while Gangplank heals, and that gives enough time for the rest of the team to show up. But we don't have vision, so we don't know where anyone is. Gangplank goes, farms mid, knowing that that creep score is going to cause him to be a force to be reckoned with later. So he can come back from this 7-12. So it's 5-kill deficit. He can bring that back if he's able to get his farm on, if he's able to get his items. And right now he does have a Phantom Dancer. His crit is probably really crazy right now, and his parlay is going to do a lot of damage when he hits with it. 4 in mid, 3 more falling, waiting for Ezreal to show up so we can have all 5 here. We see Twitch coming down. We know that he is our target. He is the weakest link to this fight with only a Ghost Blade, no kills, no damage. He will be an easy kill, and we can start dealing with other people. Soraka has no mana, really should be going back, but deciding to stay in the fight. Can't really do anything with no mana. So we decide, you know what, we're going to take this turret. It's almost dead. Pantheon comes down, Twitch comes in. We all immediately turn to Twitch, realizing that he is easy to kill. Kills him in just a couple of seconds, and now it's a 4-on-5 fight. Easy, with everyone out of position. One of their members not even there. Pantheon wasting his ult. We know that now is a good time to hit there. Top is getting pushed a bit, but there are minions, and the tower will help reset that. The waves aren't that big. But we decide, you know what? We're not strong enough to really tank this tower, so we should really head out. Gangplank's like, oh, farm. I want this. He starts going through, just eating up everything, going, oh, all this lovely gold. He needs it. He wants it. And he just rockets ahead of Pantheon in the gold department. So with 162 creep kill to Pantheon's 128, he is now top CSer, followed closely by Pantheon, then Ezreal. And Ezreal has his BF sword, so he's going to be having a lot of fun doing lots of damage. And not sure what I think he's building into an Infinity Edge or something, but he has pretty good armor pen, pretty good damage, so he's going to be able to eat through everyone's armor. But what's weird is that no one built armor. There's not a single armor power. Sion gets caught out. Ooh, I was just talking, thinking about other stuff. Coming down here, not much happening. 4-on-3, we decide we're just trying to hold them off because we do not want them to take this tower. Gangplank, seeing Twitch by himself, decides, you know what, I'm going to go up top. There's some free farm up there because he loves farm, and he knows that if he just sits by the turret, Twitch isn't going to be able to do anything to him. So he sits there. He's going to sit around. CV comes down. Nothing's going on. I know that he's pretty safe to farm. So Gangplank's just going to farm away. But there are people heading up his way, so he's got to be careful. Ooh, and Nunu is chilling, but there's probably a ward in there, so he knows it's not a good idea. And Gangplank just barely gets out of there in time. But he is low. Nunu comes in, is trying to finish the job. Ezreal's there as well to help, but he gets in just in time, so Pantheon can't do anything. The ring comes down. Ezreal's there to do some damage. Ult comes down, misses everyone. Brand's there to help. Ezreal ult goes off. Pantheon's low, and he gets ignited, and he is going to go down. And Shutdown's going to be good for Ezreal. Lots of gold for him. Blanc knows that's not a winning battle she can go into, so she runs off. Soraka comes up to support, making sure that people are going to be healthy and good. Our team decides to get blue while we're waiting here, help Brand, maybe get him something, because right now he has a needlessly large rod, finally able to do some actual magic damage, but right now he's still behind LeBlanc. 7 kills, 82 creep score. She probably has a lot more, probably has about the same magic resistance, yeah, so 70, 80, 90. So has not as much. Now with the addition of the Blasting Wand, which he's going to build into Rabadon, he's probably finally going to be able to catch up in ability power. So with here, still down by 4 kills, we're going to have some serious problems if we can't get our act together. And it's going to be problematic for us because we do not have a whole lot of, we're basically dependent on Gangplank, who is farming like a fiend. I mean, that's all he's doing all day. 188, 189, almost 200, and knowing just when to run away to where people can't get him. And he sees the people coming for him, and he's just going to escape. No problem whatsoever. Mid's going to be able to do their thing. There are 4 down bottom, and he's pinging needing help. Sion's coming down to prevent the tower dive. And they are just waiting for someone to come happen. Sion will stun anyone that gets close, and Gangplank will just mess him up. But they decide it's not a good idea. But, oh, Pantheon smells blood, doesn't see everybody in the bush. King comes down, takes him out. Brand gets wiped out by Twitch. Combination. Nunu goes down. Battlestar comes in, keeps people from moving. LeBlanc tries to escape. He's going to get taken down by here. And Soraka gets killed. And Twitch, like the coward he is, runs away. And now we are doing a 4 kills for 2. It was a pretty good fight. Pantheon smelling blood, thinking he had Gangplank on the rocks. And while we're doing Dragon, Gangplank is just farming and pushing and keep upping his creep skill. Almost time. I think he's going to hit 200 and just 2 more creeps. 1 more creep. He has broken 200 creep score. That is an excellent farmer. And he knows that he still probably has a few more seconds guessing. Twitch is there. Cause some problems. He does a massive amounts of damage. does 2 more hits. If he hits him with 1 more parlay, he knows he can kill him. But Twitch smartly runs away. The Gangplank's like, oh, Pantheon's here. Pantheon is actually an issue, so he's going to run off. Scion's going to steal blue buff, make it really difficult for Nunu to actually be able to do much. Nunu, I think, has pretty much abandoned the jungle and has gone to laning, hasn't got some magic resistance items, and that's the interesting thing about this, is that on our team, we have attack damage, magic damage, attack damage, attack damage. Well, support, doesn't really matter. So 3 out of 4 of our main people, and our attack damage, which is pretty pathetic because he has 232 AP. Probably will do a lot of damage if he hits, but he's not really going to do a whole lot. He's, you know, he's one source of AP damage, and there is no armor reduction on the other team. There's no armor on Pantheon, there's no armor on Twitch, there's no armor anywhere, and we are just chilling around down bottom. And that's a big thing that they need to make sure that they're doing, is getting that armor to defend against it. But they're instead building magic resistance, which is a terrible idea because the only person that's really doing magic resistance is Brand. If they took one look at people's items, they realize that magic resistance is not the thing they need. They need a Heart of Gold. They need a Heart of Gold on their team. They need an Odin's. They need some extra armor. Even just chainmail will do good. So with the ward here, we see that there's something going in. Gangplank ult comes down. Alistair comes in, knocks up Nunu. Nunu is in trouble. Having problems. Big ult comes down, hits Nunu. His fire is just enough to take him down, and if that wasn't, Ezreal ult would have finished the job. Scion just comes in and, oh my god, 3-tabs Soraka. Easy hit. Scion tries to do some damage. Could probably take out Scion, but fortunately I was able to headbutt him away. And we get two kills for nothing. We are all still up. They're 2 kind of support players. And what's interesting is that, where was Twitch and all that? Twitch was with high boots. We have not seen him for the last couple of minutes. He's either QQing back at base going, oh, I can't kill anything, or he is just chilling around. Looks like he picked up, whoa, that's interesting. A Twitch with with an Oracles. That was a very interesting choice. We haven't really been dropping any pink wards recently, and we do have other wards. So the main reason you'd want to get an Oracles as a Twitch is just to clear out wards and clear out pink wards so you don't get seen by people. But realistically, this Twitch is just terrible. Instead of spending 400 gold on an Oracles, he really should have spent that 400 gold on an attack item, or saved up, maybe just get another long sword or anything. Because right now, 0 kills, 4 deaths, 5 assists, he's just not going to be able to do anything. It's only 159. I mean, attack speed, something. Instead, he's just sort of wasting his gold on stuff, and we're pretty much ignoring him except when a team fight starts, because he is not a danger to anyone at all. So he's I don't know why he's such a bad character, but sitting in here, pushing these people back. 4 on 5 in mid. Ult coming down, hitting everybody. Nunu's getting stunned, out of position, and we're able to easily pick up the kill on him. So all of that was attack damage. Very little of that was magic, and maybe a little bit of Gangplank's ult was magic damage. And we easily get this turret. And we're sitting here, everyone's back out. And we decide, you know what, now is a good time to go for Dragon, or go for Baron. The whole team is back at base. They've just lost Nunu. They're down 1 character. We have everybody up. Everybody's in good health. Everybody can do tons of damage. We got 2 Infinity Edges on our team. Gangplank decides, you know what, I'm going to go farm. And what's interesting about that is that he's showing that we're not there. Of course, I go and I see them, and I hit them, and I ult, and I am trying my best to get out of there because I do not want to get into the middle of that fight. And I barely escaped, going from full health to no health and worrying them off of Baron, because if we stayed in that fight, we would have been aced, and that would have been GG right there. But instead, me going forward, showing off, hey, there's people coming, knocking them back, and having them use all their spells trying to kill me, they were able to get out of there, realize that they don't want to fight Baron, and Pantheon's coming right into the middle, stealing blue, taking down Brand, the weak link, and Gangplank just destroys LeBlanc. Hits people. Oh my gosh, it's just eating. Oh my gosh, he's just eating Pantheon for breakfast. Able to escape, steal the red and blue build. And they come out, and I am trying to get out in the nick of time. And and Sion gets out of there, but is dead. But we only lose 1. We lose 2 out of that, but we're able to kill 3. So it was a pretty good exchange right there. Kind of an unexpected one. And Pantheon initiating again, not in the best way possible. And what's interesting, I'm finally pick up my Frozen Heart, so now I'm going to be able to start slowing people down. I'm the only person with armor on this team other than a little bit of wriggles on Gangplank. So Pantheon going with armor penetration, Twitch going with armor penetration, LeBlanc going with magic penetration, and oh my gosh, and Nunu also going with reducing magic resistance. Our team doesn't have any defenses at all. And while that's really good for it because you do full damage, we focused completely on attack, on killing potential. So our burst ability is really good. Ezreal got a Bloodthirster with, okay, I guess that works. I'm of the rule of thought that Bloodthirster is kind of a useless item. It's much better go for an Infinity Edge or something. Get a Wriggles and Infinity Edge and you'll do much better. And we, of course, we take Dragon. But I have a ward down on there, and this team has not been all that aggressive, so we would easily be able to take everything. Pantheon sniffing around, Soraka's sniffing around as well. Ezreal's going to try and do stuff, but Twitch is right there, able to do a bit, and unfortunately coming in with the heal, saving Ezreal, but it doesn't help. LeBlanc takes him out, and we just, and Twitch escapes using his, all the while, Gangplank's pushing bottom, able to take the turret. Brand's able to get away, so Ezreal, terrible gank. Didn't realize that there would be 3 people there. Twitch was probably chilling, waiting for that, but oh my gosh, Nunu tries to take Gangplank one-on-one and gets completely destroyed. The other team's in full retreat. Pantheon hops up to try and do something to Gangplank. Gangplank knows, get away from the turret. There's a little bit of safety right here, and he fights right between them, and it's a fight to the death. And unfortunately, I can't see Pantheon, and Gangplank just wrecks him with red and blue. Now there's 2 there, knowing that he can't do anything 2-on-1, and gets completely destroyed by LeBlanc. Her magic damage is massive. LeBlanc now has red and blue, but realistically, with 3 down, Twitch and LeBlanc there, she knows that if she gets CC'd, she is done, and she'll be giving up those buffs to us. So we just go ahead and take this turret freely. And this is where the fight really starts to turn around. With those team fights not able to do anything, with them not going for defensive items, with us not really needing defensive items in this case, we are able to do quite a bit of damage. Their attack speed is reduced whenever I'm around because of my Heart of Gold. And Twitch finally picks up a BF sword, but it's just a little bit too little too late. And we just run off, not doing anything. So we're going to take their stuff out of the jungle. We're going to recall, buy more stuff. I am out of wards, so I'm going to run around. Sion's just going to go ahead and farm bottom, do some good damage. The other team just is not doing anything. They're all up, but we don't know where they are on the map. We have pretty good vision, so we know when they're, there looks like someone trying to go take on Sion. But he's already out of there, so he is perfectly safe. Ezreal's going up here, trying to get some more farm on. Nunu doesn't even get close to him. And Sion is completely safe to run home. Buy some more stuff. So what do I have? I picked up my Shurelya's. So if we need to initiate or chase someone down, I've got the speed buff to do it. And what's interesting now is that Twitch is just running around clearing wards. He's not farming. His farm really hasn't increased all that much. And he's just, killing wards. He's basically been turned into a support. Nunu, while he has some magic damage right there, he doesn't have a whole lot. So he too is kind of turned into a support. And with Soraka, of course, being a support character, there's all sorts of support going on. And here, oh man, I would like to show, woohoo, 4-on-2. not the fight to go into Twitch. LeBlanc was already dead. We have already CC'd her. And with those two dead, we know, and Soraka's still dead, we know that it's going to be an easy Baron. It's going to be at least a minute for them to come back. We could probably kill Baron by the time Pantheon and Nunu get over there. And they're pretty sure that they know what's going on. But you know what? We're going to go ahead and take this. Brand, playing point, doing guard. We see Nunu come in. And we come in and we go, oh, we got it. We got it real quick. They're coming in. I don't think they even are aware that Baron's down. I hit CV. They break. Pantheon, of course, zigging the wrong way. Tries to turn around and realizes he has nowhere to go. He gets taken down quick. Nunu up at top. One hit. Oh my god. Fourth of his health. Tries to ult, but just gets destroyed by Gangplank. Again, Gangplank doing 3 to 4 kills, 300 attack damage, and probably a massive amount of crit chance and crit damage. Those parlays are going to be doing massive amounts of damage, and with two more of the team dead, it's an easy top. Everyone's there, moving as a group, doing a good job. With Baron, they're just going to take these two turrets, and game is pretty much done at this point. The only thing left to do is just to clean up the rest of the turrets and take out the minions. Brand, of course, gets out of position. Twitch is there to take him out. LeBlanc comes in, hits him, and he goes down. But Brand really doesn't matter that much. We're able to hit both Twitch and Soraka. 2 for the price of 1. Pretty worth it. And just kills time as we are taking this other turret. Easy stuff. Ezreal burning an ult for no reason. Pantheon coming in, trying to do some stuff, getting knocked out, trying to escape. LeBlanc trying to do something, but getting destroyed by Gangplank. And Pantheon almost making it to the fountain to recharge. But Sion gets baited by Nunu. And oh my god, Gangplank does a lot of damage. Ezreal jumps right onto the fountain trying to do something. And but able to get the ace off. And all by themselves, Gangplank carries our team to victory. Oh my god. Nunu got like 2-3 kills off of that, just those two endings. And we come out on top. So with the combination of a strong Gangplank, a shitty Twitch, a terrible Brand who got better near the end game, and the Battle Cow keeping everyone from moving, we did a great one that time. Sion just perfect, doing his stuns, doing great. So let's switch out to the after action report. So we take a look at this, and if you're looking at me, 30 creep kills, that's actually pretty high for a support character. I was able to get my main things, stole 3 kills, 19 assists, so I was there for about half of the kills, which was pretty good. Looking at Brand, oh my gosh, Brand, why are you so bad? You were starting to make something happen in late game just because 1, 6, and 10, not able to get any kills. That LeBlanc showing off how good of a caster killer she is by just decimating everyone else. But he was actually able to catch up, do the Barons, do the Dragons, do the Towers, and was able to bring it back in the later half of the game. Gangplank, MVP by far of this team. Massive damage, massive kills, able to farm, pushing lanes, having great timing for knowing when to run and when to fight. Ezreal, doing pretty good. Went for a Bloodthirster, which is always kind of a weird item to get. Should have probably gone for an Infinity Edge or something else that's a little bit stronger. Maybe even a Black Cleaver for the additional attack speed, but realistically you didn't need much because they had no armor at all whatsoever. And Gangplank grabbing just a little bit of magic resist at the end of the game because he just had money to burn. He was on his final item of his set, and it was just nuts how good he was. Sion, again, very strong jungler, boots and mobility, helping him get around, doing a good job. Infinity Edge and everything. A lot of his stuff is that he would set them up, Gangplank would take them down, Ezreal would finish the job if it wasn't enough. So switching to the other team, Nunu, oh my gosh, what can I say? I mean, 6k gold, barely even 7k, the worst amount of gold of anyone on this entire game. Behind in levels. The only person farther behind is Soraka, who I don't know where she was parts of the game. he was not in the jungle. He was not clearing. He was not getting camps. He probably wasn't using smite all that often. He basically turned into a ganker at the start. He started off ganking and then ended with just, oh my gosh, with nothing. He basically became a glorified support at that point, just with Gangplank able to basically 3-tap him. LeBlanc, MVP of the other team, really strong, 11 kills, was destroying Brand, was stealing kills from her teammates. But what's weird is that she went with a Void Staff, which, why would you go with a Void Staff against a team that had no magic resistance? Sure, I could see maybe something that does flat magic resistance would have been a better item, and then use the money that you spent on a Void Staff for more blasting rods, maybe a Rod of Ages, maybe anything else. Doesn't really matter. Even maybe like a Hextech Revolver or Hextech Gunblade or something, just to mess with us. Just anything other than the Void Staff. Even a Abyssal Scepter would have been good on her. But with the Void Staff, sure, it's 40% damage reduction, but we all had like 30 to 60 magic resist. I think at most, no one had over 100. So at best, it would have dropped us down to 10 to 12 or less. It would have done a whole lot of damage to us, but I still feel that could have been done better with just flat magic penetration items, like whatever that stupid mask is. I can't remember the name. Twitch, worst player on the team. Why are you so bad, dude? Just, Twitch players, if you're a Twitch player, I apologize for this, but Twitch is a terrible champion. His passive is terrible. His stealth is terrible. And maybe playing him as a jungler or something that is able to do something and make something happen, but he's just so frail that people just focus him down super, super quick. Maybe in solo queue you can get away with it, but not with this build, not with mobility boots, not with going first for a Ghost Blade when nobody has armor. So it really was useless. He should have gone for the BF Sword first. He should have been going for an Infinity Edge. He should have been going, maybe even, instead of the Ghost Blade, should have gone with a Black Cleaver, because that would have done what the Ghost Blade did and give him attack speed. He needed a Phantom Dancer or some other attack speed item, maybe even a Malady, maybe even something else. But, he was just not doing anything of use down on bottom. He was gone out of the lane most of the time, probably helping other lanes, and he just did not get his farm on as much as he should have. He did bring it back later and was on par with Ezreal at the end of the game, but he was terrible. Now, Soraka was actually probably another MVP or another high-ranking player of the team, but she was a support. There wasn't a whole lot she can do. She was actually on the ball with her healing. She missed very few heals. I think she missed one ult global heal, but Soraka in lane, there's a few instances when she was out of mana, should have gone back, was doing pretty good. Her CVs were pretty good, but she just got caught out of position a couple times, and that really punished her. Pantheon, another, I would say, second place MVP, on the runner-up for MVP on this team. But again, why did you go magic? He went with both flat armor penetration and scaling armor penetration, which was ridiculous, because this will drop all of our armor down to like 30%, and then the scaling will maybe take another 10 off of it. So buying this really expensive item here, or buying a very expensive armor, whatever the heck that thing is, I forget. I'm not that good, like I said. It was just not a good idea, and it cost them seriously in the end game. So all in all, I think this game was realistically a Gangplank Scion match that they really worked well together, really did a lot, and everyone was there just to watch as Gangplank rolled away with it. It was the carry, did all sorts of wonderful things, and the other team was just really bad. And they had basically 3 supports, an AP champion and an AD champion that really wasn't very AD. So, and now if we were all tanks, that'd make a lot more sense. But since we weren't, Pantheon, go back. You're pretty bad. Go back and get another build, because you got the skills. You just need to get the right items. So that's it for me. I hope this was entertaining to somebody. I don't know who would find this entertaining because this is actually pretty bad. Voice quality is pretty bad. I'm pretty bad. The people playing are pretty bad. There's a few good gems in here that you would are actually pretty amazing, but realistically, don't like this. Don't comment on it. Don't subscribe to me. This is just live out there in the internet, doing nothing, taking up space, punishing Google for allowing a free service. But, you know, hey, whatever. So that's it for me. So this is Scoby, Terrible Alistar, signing off.